The predictions are catastrophic. 250,000 homes submerged, along with ports, airports and other essential services. That's the message from another report on the crisis facing Australia's coast as climate change takes hold. The federal government says it's unavoidable and local communities must start preparing now.
There have been warnings before, but this is the first national mapping of the impact of climate change on Australia's coast. It shows that by the end of the century, an upper range sea level rise of 1.1 metre, coupled with higher tides and more frequent storm surges, could be devastating. Infrastructure such as airports, bridges, hospitals, schools and sewage systems would be inundated, along with major industrial areas and hundreds of thousands of houses. The government denies it's being alarmist.
All those people who are denying the science are doing is asking our children and our grandchildren to bear an unacceptable risk.
60% of affected homes would be in New South Wales and Queensland, but the report identifies high-risk areas in every state.
More and more places are being affected right now, and particularly up in our estuaries and around in our coastal lakes, where the higher water levels are starting to invade our drains and covering our roads.
Scientists say sandbagging and seawalls won't be enough. There needs to be a rethink of what development is allowed and how to re-engineer essential services. At the coalface are local and state governments.
It's the adaptation of whether to defend, whether to retreat or whether to abandon, and particularly infrastructure.
We're talking about here issues that are 100 years away. That doesn't mean we don't think about them. That doesn't mean we don't get them right. But it is important that we understand that we've got time to adapt.
Critics say bigger solutions are needed faster.
It's time now for the government to stop its spin above substance and actually adopt the targets that will slow down the sea level rise by slowing down global warming.
Along with the national strategy, the government has announced a new Coastal Climate Change Council. Its job will be to coordinate adaptation strategies across all levels of government. It will hold its first forum at the beginning of next year. Deborah Rice, ABC News.